Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Reconnect, brought to you by the Impact, vibrant student community of Chennai Institute of Technology. This event brings together the accomplished alumni of our institution to share their experience and insights from their journey. Today, we are delighted to welcome our distinguished alumna, Avanthika Sampath. Ms. Avanthika Sampath is an accomplished business analyst from Mr. Cooper with expertise in web development, design, data analytics, and project management. She's an active member of Women in Analytics and also be at CIT Chennai Institute of Technology Women Speaker. Her skills span across web development, application design, and business analysis. She excels in conducting feasibility studies and cost-benefit analysis for proposed solution, ensuring their viability and success. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Avanthika Sampath. Hello, ma'am. Your journey is incredibly inspiring. May we begin with the interview? Avanthika would do. What excites you the most about the field of business analyst and the impact you can make in this role, ma'am?
So, hi everyone. I know, I would like to know my audience first. How many of you are good at Tamil and how many of you are good at English? Do you want me to talk in Telugu or Hindi as well? So, how many of you are comfortable with Tamil? Can you please raise your hand? Yes, majority of the crowd. Someone who doesn't understand Tamil, hands raised, please. Yeah, so all are good at Tamil, right? Yeah, so what excites me the most, so there is this feature, like for example, you have Zomato, you have Swiggy, you have Twitter, you have other applications as well. And there will be this feature, there is this, for example, take Zomato, there is this feature called add to cart. And there is this feature called, your favorites. So these are like a couple of features that either product managers or the product owners would sit, brainstorm, and come up with it. And millions of us use that. So that is what is the most exciting part of the job. So my idea, my thought is put into an application that is used by millions of people. If that doesn't excite you, then what does? Agreed? Yeah, so that's the most exciting part of my journey towards this.
Thank you for sharing that with us, ma'am. Moving on to the next question. Can you share the tips on how effectively convey technical information to a non-technical audience?
Yeah, so in order to convey technical things to non-technical people, you will have to be good in technical stuff, okay? So without you not knowing what does a part or what does an application do, you cannot explain to a person who doesn't understand it. For example, we talk about abstraction, polymorphism, the hoops concept. Rather than saying that in technical terms, for example, if I say abstraction, like it hides the details and shows only what is done. If I say that it's like we have the old example where the switch put off and so, but you don't know how it happens. So if I give you that kind of layman examples, you'll be able to understand it. So I can come up with that example only when I know what abstraction is, right? So if you have to talk to non-technical people about technical things, you will have to be good at technical stuff first. So there is this, myth that goes around like, you are a business analyst, you are a project manager, you don't have to know technical things. No, it's not like that. So there was this thing that's going on. You all have heard about LLMs, the boom of Gen AI, LLMs, large language models. So there is this thing where the business people come and ask you to send a rocket to moon. No, you can't do that using LLMs. So you as a project manager or a product owner or as a business analyst, you should know what an LLM can achieve. Then only you can go and talk to business stating that this can be done, this cannot be done. If you don't know that and you promise something to the business and you come back to technical team and you ask them to do it and they can't get it done, then it will all be a mess. So as a BA or a product owner or a product manager, it's very important that you know technical things. At least you don't have to know if I is equal to 10. This is how I declare variable form. Not to that much detail, but you at least have to know what is an LLM, what is a technology, what does it do, for which use cases you can use that. So basically, you should be strong enough to talk to non-technical people, relating to real-world examples, and then convey it to them. So that is how you do it.
Moving on, how has participating in hackathons and technical events have enhanced your skills?
I haven't attended much of hackathons and all, but I did attend a few of technical events, but I would say networking. So when you go to a technical event, you meet a lot of people. So for example, how many of you all have attended hackathons? Please raise your hands. Yes, so you know it, right? You go as a team, you make friends there, you talk to, I don't know, I go and make friends. So you go, you make friends, you talk to people, and then before that, going itself, you'll have a lot of plans. So if I have to go to hackathon, I'll be looking at a problem statement. So again, put your project manager hats. Okay, this is a problem statement. What am I going to do? I'll do a design. And then I'll be like, design means not the Figma design. At least I do a architecture design. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to achieve, like what is what I'm going to build the back end, what's my front end, how I'm going to send the data, all this stuff that we decide. And you'll be working as a team. You'll learn a lot about working in a team. So that is one thing you'll learn. And then you'll know how to approach a problem, like breaking down the problem. So this is this, like first you'll have to do a design and then the architecture, and then I'll have to start the development. So you'll have that. So before going there itself, you'll have a lot of discussions. You'll know how to team. You'll end up having a lot of fights, a lot of agreements. When those fights and those disagreements, you'll know, okay, maybe the other person is right. Maybe, for this kind of problem, this kind of technology is good. So you learn a lot in the process. And once you go there, you start doing your work, and then there you will have the collaboration. And then you will meet a lot of people over there, and you'll get a lot of ideas from there. And there you will meet, in the 21st century, I say networking and data is one. Agree or not? I want to loud so early in the morning. Yeah. So it's the network, the amount of people the number of networks you have it defines your worth. So it's how it happens. So you go to hackathons, even if you win or not, you get a lot of experience out of it. So at the end of the day, it's about how effectively use it. It's not like you go there, you take a OD, and then you go there, and it's not like you just go, okay, it's okay, I didn't win. But even if you don't win, you'll be, at the end of the day, you should have at least made a few people, spoke to people. That is more important than winning. Okay?
As you told about networking, how did you build meaningful professional connections in your profession life? And do you have an unexpected networking story to share?
I do actually. I do have a lot of stories. So the recent one, that's something that happened in my office was, we were interns, okay? So they were like around, they interviewed around 8,000 people, and we got selected 37 people. And in the 37, I was the only product intern, and I was, in the 8 years of Mr. Gopal's journey in India, I was the first product intern. So typically, they had no idea what to do with me, except to put me in a real world project. So what happened was, everyone had got allocated in the technical projects, and I was waiting for my turn. And so there is this AI team. So there is this one person, he's the lead of that team, and there is this one person from our interns that is in that team. So he'll be giving problems to her. So we used to go and talk to her. We used to say like, oh, in the problem, data structure problem, okay, let's see what he has given. So we'd be like staring at this. So I used to be very scared. I used to get very scared. One fine day, he came and spoke to me. We got introduced, and he spoke to me, and the next day, I got allocated to that product as a product manager. So I'm leading the AI initiatives. So it was like way too fun. And today, like after 6 months, he's my very best friend, and we talk about a lot of things. And because of him, I know a lot of people in my office, and I got introduced to a lot of people. And if the business people, the managers, and the developers should be in the same page. That is very important. We have a lot of arguments. Whenever there is something comes up, we have to, discuss, and we have to make sure that we both are on the same page. Then only you can go and convince the external customer stating that this can be done, this cannot be done. If we both are not in a sync, it end up as a chaos. So first I was very scared. Okay, am I gonna work with him now? I'm like, okay, he's an amazing person, and it ended up to be very good for me. So always expect the unexpected. You don't know what you'll get out of people, and remember to be kind. Have a nice face in office. You'll you'll have an amazing networking journey there.
That sounds impressive. Let's talk about what's the most exciting project or role you have done since graduating from CIT.
Okay. So I would say that there was this annual day in our office. So it was Zenith. And our CEO was here in India. So Mr. Cooper CEO is Chandray. I know you all know him. So he was here in India. So I would say like after graduating from CIT, I took the most, the part that excites me is being the host of Zenith. I handled this entire show where there were people in US, people in India were watching it, and I was on the stage hosting, and I was like playing, I was having Jay in the stage, I was telling me, Jay, I'll be like counting 3, 2, 1, and I have to announce the winner. So people were like, oh my god, she's an intern and she's bossing around with the CEO. So that's how it went. And yeah, so that is the most interesting role I took, and apart from that, I'm working as a product analyst and being the AI initiatives. So being in AI initiatives excites me a lot. That the booming technology. I get to work in the Vertex AI and the Google products, cloud storage. So I'm exposed to a lot of new technology that is the buzzword in the industry currently. So I think that's the most exciting part. And yeah.
How do you prioritize tasks and managing time when you work on multiple projects simultaneously?
How you guys know better than us, right? Like you have your symposiums, you have your TKs, and then you will have your assessments. I think you guys can do it better than me. Agree or not? So you tell me. Anyone wants to tell me? I mean, how do you guys manage? How do you guys do it? Tell me like how we get it as
I do. Basically, what I do is, like, if there is any task which is coming to the first, like, can I speak in Tamil? Okay, fine. So நான் like TEDx ஆர்கனைசரா இருந்திருக்கேன். ஸோ ஏதாவது இம்பார்ட்டண்டா ஒர்க்ஸ் இருக்கிறப்போ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆன் TEDx. அண்ட் ஹானஸ்டா பேசினா அகாடமிக்ஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஐ ஸ்டடி ஒன்லி ஆன் யூபிசி. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஹவ் ஒர்க்ஸ். அண்ட் all the things like I do regular upskilling on daily basis. And if there is any event now, I just focus on that initially. Like some task will be assigned to me. Like my priority will be accomplishing my task because that is my responsibility. After finishing off my responsibility, I'll do my task. This is how it works.
That's great. I think people would have taken notes on how to prioritize things. So how we do it in a office environment is we have this thing called 2x2 matrix, 2x2 prioritization matrix. So please note it down and check it out when you get time. So how it works is we'll have a cross and we'll have more business value, less business value, more complex, less complex. So we have this grid. And we have the projects as sticky notes start from, more complex to more business value to low business value. And then what we'll do is we'll sit with the technical team and we'll sit together and we'll ask them, okay, so we ask them to randomly tell us how complex this project is. Like I'll do it in one thought. So they might have another opinions as well. So we'll do that. After that, what we'll do is, okay, how much of business value is this? We will adjust the x-axis. So we'll be adjusting the x-axis, like how much of business value is this? How much value is it having? So in business, it's not about money. It's about the amount of hours you save. So amount of hours, in the sense, we'll calculate the amount of hours it's being saved into like how many FTEs. So for example, we have 8 hours of work for a single full-time employee. So how much full-time employees time we are saving? So that is our savings. So we don't calculate in terms of money. Time is money in business. So we have this cost value analysis. We had done a CT analysis before, and it's like number of people doing it, how much time it takes, how much we're saving by automating this. We have all that in Excel, and then we do it, and based on that, we do the cost value. So once the complexity and cost value is done, we draw arcs. So it has P, priority, acceptance, and consider, evaluate. So priority is something that must be done. So that will fall under the less complex, more business value. So that is one category, that's the priority. And then we have the A. So that falls under the middle A part. And then we have the consider one, and then we have the evaluate one. So mostly we don't do the evaluate. But whenever we think that we'll evaluate something, so that is like the last priority. Sometimes we don't do that. We end up not doing it. So that is how we do it. So I think you can Google it out. There are a lot of things, like it's very simple. The 2x2 prioritization matrix. So that's how I do it. Like I even use it for my personal tasks as well. So how much value it's giving me, and how many, how complex it is to do. And more complex, more time. I don't have to do it. More of it. That's how it is.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Moving on to the last question, what's the one piece of advice you would give to your younger self, fresh out of college?
Correction, I'm still young. I'm still fresh out of college. It's just been 3 months. Not even, not 10 years back of coming. It's just been like 3 months. So one advice would be, so one thing I learned is whenever I think, ida pananuma, venama, ida pananuma, that is when exactly you should do it. Whenever you think about if you have to do it or not, you'll have to do it. That is one thing, and I should not be scared. I do get scared often. So it seems like I'm very bold. I talk, but inside I'll be very scared, anxious. If I have to go and press it, and also it's always okay to not have a plan. So I never expected to get placed as a business analyst from college. It didn't. It was not a plan at all, but it did happen, right? So it's okay to not have a plan. Just go with the flow, and you will end up in a place that is for you. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it from my end.
Your story is incredibly motivating to us. It's evident that your determination and passion has played a significant role in your success. I would like to thank our guest for this interview, Ms. Avanthika Sampath, on behalf of Impact, for being a part of Reconnect, our alumni interaction series. We would also like to thank our principal, Dr. A. Ramesh, Mr. 𝗥𝗲𝗰𝗁 Sriram, Dr. Prasanna, and Dr. 𝗥𝗲𝗰𝗁𝗁, our Dean of Placements, for their unwavering support in allowing Impact to conduct this initiative to help the students in their career paths. I would also like to extend my gratitude to our attendees for making time to this alumni interaction session. Thank you.
And if you guys have any questions, I would like to pick it up, and be it regarding PM roles or TA roles or about Mr. Corporate or about anything. Feel free to, talk about it, because I'm your alumni. So please feel free. Thanks, guys.
Guys, those who are registered for the event can stay up for the networking session. Others can go to your classrooms. Thank you.